hello, hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the first weekly reads that's being shot and put out on a weekend. And if you don't know yet, go check out my previous video because in my life updates, I had mentioned that my schedule is changing a bit because of some reasons, and here we are filming weekly reads on Sundays now, and we are going to be filming the other videos on Wednesdays, so a switch in the schedule. But hello, hi, if you're here, if you're new here, hi. This is the video where I talk about, like, this is a video series actually where I talk about the books that are in the past week and the ones that I'm reading currently. So it's like an active reading update, telling you guys what am I reading currently. Okay, so yeah, that's that. So let's start with the books that I finished in the past week. In the past week, I actually finished two books. The first book is something that I've already spoken about. You go and check out my video which I posted on Wednesday, and the video is the book is Remnants of a Separation by Anshul Malhotra. I'm not going to be like talking much about it in this video, conscious of time, but go ahead, check it out in the video above. So yeah, that's that. And the second book that I finished was actually a light read, because after finishing Remnants, I felt like I do need like a breather. Okay, like I need something light, something very breezy, and this is a book that I finished in like 4 or 5 days, and that's the Widows of Malabar Hill, or A Murder on Malabar Hill by Sujata Massey. And basically, this book is, I think in India it's been released as A Murder on Malabar Hill, but internationally it's called The Widows of Malabar Hill. I'm not sure why, but nice book, highly recommend it. If you're like someone who only reads thrillers, this is like, top notch. I really love the story a lot. The plot is nice, a super easy read, palate cleanser, and the best part about the book is that it's set in 1920s Bombay, with India's first female lawyer. Okay, so it's like the whole series is the Parveen mystery series, and there are like 3 books already that have been released, including this one. So go ahead, check it out. I think this is a very nice series if you're looking for like Indian detective series. Also, if you're looking for books on correct historical representation of Bombay in the 1920s, especially under the British rule. Lovely book. I really love the picturesque description, and I'm from Bombay myself, and the author is not. The author is not even Indian. So I'm very surprised and happy with the fact that she's done justice to the whole picturesque moment. Okay. So yeah, that's that. The next book that, okay, no, wait. Those are the only 2 books I finished in the past week. And let's move on to the books that I'm reading currently. So, talking about the books that I'm reading currently, let me start with the book that I'm like way through currently. Like, it's more than 50% now, and that's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And it's very surprising because I read Daisy Jones earlier this year, and I was like, enamored by the audiobook and the writing. So I decided that I have to pick up the author's first book, and it's it's a great, nice read. Okay, it's a great listen as well. It's a nice read, and it's very intriguing to see like all of these inside stories of Hollywood. It's like a literary tabloid-ish story. Okay, it's a story about important people, important characters. Uh, it feels like you're reading a tabloid, but then you're reading a nice piece of historical slash contemporary fiction. So I really like, TJR a lot. Yeah, I think I'm a bit late to the party here. Many people have already read this book, but yeah, better late than never. The next book that I'm way through currently is actually a book that I've put on the back burner because I was just feeling a bit burnt out because of the book, and that's Queeristan, the inclusion of LGBTQ, people in the Indian workspace. And it's written by Parmesh Sahani, who used to actually head the culture lab, or the inclusion lab basically, at Godrej. It's pretty interesting to read it. I like it, but I have a small problem here, right? The reason why I'm not like able to move forward, I think I'm at like 31 32% of the book and I'm not like move forward and I'm moving very slow with it is simply because I'm still trying to find the motto of the book, right? Like, you kind of read a book when you read a non-fiction book, it's with like a definite purpose, right? And the cover says that the purpose is the inclusion of people from the LGBTQ community in the Indian workspace. But I'm yet to narrow down things, and that's what's creating a huge problem for me. Now, I don't know if the issues with the writing, because the writing is like pretty straightforward and it tells you a lot of things. But I think the problem is with the content a bit, because there's a lot of like content just like bombarded to you, and then you're just like thinking over there, okay, fine, like this happened, okay, you did this, cool. Now what's the next step? Like tell us, like what all did you do? So maybe I'm missing like a storytelling format in that, or I'm missing a lot of like disjointed elements. But this has been written more like, I don't know, it's like somewhere, it's not supposed to be an academic read, but then it's like being blurred somewhere with respect to academic and non-academic per se. I don't know if this makes sense. If you've read the book, please tell me, because people who kind of like are reading the book right now, I know none of them have finished it, and I know like two people who are reading this book currently. So that's that. But if you've read it and finished it, or if you're currently reading it, let me know in the comment section below. So that's that. The next book that I'm reading currently is on audio again, and this is Say Nothing by Patrick Radden Keefe. Basically, this is a book about the Irish Troubles, especially in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, and I know that a lot of people might have already read this now, because I know it was nominated for the BookTube prize last year, and it kind of like moved way ahead in the BookTube prize. However, yeah, like I just felt like I need a non-fiction going, something similar to Barbara Demick or something, something that's like political non-fiction, talking about, some kind of issue, some kind of displacement, something like that. And that's why I picked this book up, and I like it so far. I think like there are a lot of things that I do not know about Irish history, or there are hardly any things I know about Irish history, and I'm getting to learn a lot about it through this book. So yeah, it's a good read so far. And the next book that I actually started like today, so it's kind of a group read, like I'm kind of group reading it with quite a few people, including Paula and Lauren. Paula, Lauren are great booktubers, and that is this Chonky Boy. And I think you'll be seeing this book in a lot of my future weekly reads, because one cannot finish this book in a week, okay, or in a month for that matter. And yep, A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth. So basically I needed motivation to read it, and here I am reading it. Amazing, cool. I like it so far. It's very easy writing. It's very easy to get into. Plus, it's very relatable, because A Suitable Boy is about arranging a marriage for our lead character called Lata. Like, it's as simple as that. And being an Indian woman, okay, who has already past the marriageable age, the typical marriageable age of 25, I totally get Lata right now. Like, so this is like written after India gained independence technically. So at that time, like the age of marriage for women was like much lesser, like as compared to what it is today. Like today it's like I think 25. Like when you're 25, that's when relatives and parents start talking about marriage. But at that time it might have been like 18, 19 or 20, something of that age range. So it's very interesting. And yeah, and all the stuff that Vikram Seth describes in his book, he describes it well as well. I like it. Like I'm already done with like 30 pages, but I like it. So that's nice. And yeah, those are the books that I'm reading currently. But I do have a lot of books like that are coming in, which we would be discussing in the future videos whenever I start those books. July is a bag month, plus July end we have our book along list coming in, so I have to even like think about how to fit my reading. So I think like last month my reading was not as good as the previous months because there were a lot of changes going on in my life, and I had to like, you get the gist. Like, I'm just nodding my head, but you get the gist, right? So yeah, that's it for this weekly read. Thank you so much for sticking till the very end, and I will see you on my weekly upload. Right, it's not a Sunday upload anymore because Sunday I do weekly reads, but then I have like my normal weekly upload coming up on weekdays. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.